Hello, brick builders. How you doing today, Mr. Studs, with our daily tip number 24. I am going to be talking about what is up with Lego today. What do I mean by that? When we think about Lego, surprisingly enough, a lot of people only think about building in 2 dimensions, even though it is a 6-axis kind of building system. That means you can build in pretty much any direction possible, and not even pretty much. You can build in any direction possible. But we're so used to just putting a brick on a brick and making sure that the studs are up so that it's easy to connect everything on. When you start designing and start thinking about Lego in 6 different directions, then you really start unlocking some very cool things that you can build. So I want to briefly overview some pieces that will really help you to build in every possible direction that you can think of. And then I'm going to demonstrate what I'm talking about when I say that you can build in absolutely any way with Lego. So we have brackets and we have bricks, all sorts of different styles of bricks with studs on the side. We have hinges that you can use to, obviously the intention is to go like that, but you can flip it and bang, you have one with studs down, one with studs up. We have pneumatic connectors that you can build like that and then clip that way. We have these kind of clips too. I use these all the time. And again, same thing, you can just flip it. We have hinges, we have different style of hinges. We have up and down, we have side to side, we have pinholes. If you do any connecting with, or any Technic, you'll know that you can build any which way you want with Technic. So there's lots of options. And here's an example of what I'm talking about when I say that Lego really has no up. There is nothing up with Lego. There is no way to say that there is an up direction. So if we look at this one, and we obviously see that we have our studs on top. If we look on the sides, there's smooth sides here. Obviously, there's just some brackets hanging over the edges. And we have a couple of anti-studs and then a bracket on the bottom. I mean, obviously, this is the up direction until we do that. And now, things get a little bit more confusing. Now we have studs on top here, and we have the brackets hanging over, and we have studs on the top there. We have a hinge though, and that's kind of complicating things. And where is this bracket coming from? Well, and then we flip it again, and we're back to our original. So trying to determine which way is up here is much more difficult. We'd have to disassemble this and think about it a bit. And that's what the trick is just a brick with studs on the side. And we locked it on the, what we would normally call the bottom, where the anti-studs are. And the actual original brick is facing that way. But because it's a hinge, we can change direction in all sorts of ways. My point is, don't just think about Lego in a 2-dimensional way of just brick on brick on brick. Play around with different ways that you can get things to move, and then you can really start to explore building in Lego in 3 dimensions. Start thinking about Lego more as a sculpture than as just a simple way to lock things together. That's all I wanted to talk to you about today. Don't forget about our workshop at 2 o'clock Atlantic Daylight Savings Time now. We will be talking about how to build flowers, and I'm even going to try to get a flower to bloom. We'll see how that goes. Thanks so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing. Please continue to do so. Don't forget you can join the conversation on Facebook or Instagram. And if you would like to support us in making these videos, we also have a Patreon account. Keep dreaming in bricks. Bye-bye.